Hi folks, it's Bob from Mountain Crest Farms. How y'all doing this morning? It's a beautiful day here in North Georgia. It's going to be a hot day later on, but right now it's a beautiful day here in North Georgia. Oh, and on this beautiful morning, I find myself on the horns of a dilemma. I don't know what to do this video on. Not because I'm having trouble coming up with a topic. Actually, it's the other way around. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a rant. But I don't know which one to rant about because I've got two just pushing to get out. And I don't know which one I want to do today. I think the one I'm going to do involves idiots that I don't understand. Idiots that are destructive just for the sake of being destructive, that get absolutely nothing out of it. They don't get anything they can take home and use themselves. They don't accomplish anything that'll help them, except for maybe the kicks, I don't know. Today I'm going to rant about people who destroy roadside mailboxes. Now, I think most, not all, but most of my viewers live in rural areas. And usually in rural areas, if you live on a main road, your mailbox is right out in front of the house, right by the driveway. That's how it used to be with me, but I lived a little bit back in the sticks, not back in the sticks Wyoming style or Colorado style or Montana style or Arizona, but back in the sticks for, the eastern half of the United States. I'm 6.5 miles from town, out a fairly main road, state highway, and then you turn off of that and go a mile down a local road, and then you turn off of that onto a private road. And I'm about, 300, 400, 500 yards off the county road that you turn off of. And the post office around here doesn't deliver onto private roads. So everybody on this road, I'm on a private road that's about 3/4 of a mile to a mile long. And everybody on this road has mailboxes down by where this road hits the paved road, the county road. So there's 9 of us on this road, and all of us don't have mailboxes down there. There's a couple that have P.O. boxes, I think. But there's real mailboxes down there. I hadn't even never counted them. I think it's about 6 or 7. And over the last 3 weeks, there's been some mailbox destruction down there. Kind of thing that kids do, which is irritating as all get out. But nothing major. About 10 days ago, they knocked my mailbox over. Well, they knocked it off the post. I set it back up on the post and didn't screw it down. I figured that way when they hit it the next time, it won't put any dents in it, it'll just fall off. And I'll keep setting it back up. And about a week before that, they'd done the same thing to mine and another one, the one next to mine down there. Because they're all lined up in a row, about a foot apart. Well, and that's been going on in this area where I live, say within 2 miles of me, for about, it's been going on for about a month now. And, but it's been, a mailbox or 2 here and there. The kind of thing you would figure you wouldn't expect. You hope kids wouldn't do it, but the kind of thing that happens with teenagers out of school in the summer and bored. Well, they stepped up their game. My wife was going to work yesterday. She got down to where this gravel road hits the paved road, and she called me, and when my phone rings and it's her calling, within 5 minutes of her leaving here, or within 15 minutes of her leaving here, it means she's on the way to work. First thing I think is, oh, she had a flat tire or she broke down. No, she was right down here about 300 yards away saying, Bob, they got the mailboxes again. And boy, did they get them good this time. And I'm going to have, you'll see a few pictures appear here. Show you what they did. This wasn't just some little kids having a prank. They did all that stuff that you're looking at. That's probably all together, that's probably pushing $1,000 in damage. Count everybody's mailboxes, all the stuff that has to be redone. And about a quarter mile away down the road, she didn't see it, but I found out when the cops came up to investigate this. About a quarter mile down the paved road, there's another private road that has several houses back in there. And they had built them a real fancy mailbox station. 2 columns, 2 concrete columns with rock around them, looks real pretty. And 2 4x4s that, I guess 10 feet apart. 2 4x4s stretched across between the 2 columns. And mailboxes mounted on top of those 2 4x4s. Nice looking and pretty substantial. That was down too. That's well over $1,000 worth of damage. Why? See, that's, yes, it pisses me off. But the big thing is, it puts this question in my head, why? What do people get out of that? What kind of giggles does that give them? You have to be mentally unstable to do stuff like that. That's all I can figure out. You can't be just a kid out. When you start doing stuff like that, because this took work. This is more than driving along and hitting the mailbox with a baseball bat. That's easy to solve. Put up a fake mailbox, fill it full of concrete, put it on a 4-inch piece of pipe, buried 2 feet in the ground with about 3 bags of quickread around it, and fill the pipe with concrete, and then put a mailbox on top of it that's filled with concrete. Hit that with a baseball bat. You won't do it anymore. But this took some effort. I mean, you can't just knock over concrete columns and all. It's not like hitting them with a baseball bat. And I keep coming back to why. What kind of mentally unstable person does that? Well, when it was a mailbox or 2 here and there, I was more irritated than angry. And the sheriff's department here was looking at it like kids. But after what we found yesterday, I'm not irritated anymore. I'm pissed. And the sheriff's department is not looking at it as an irritant anymore. They're bound and determined to catch the person. The sheriff here, Donnie Craig, really good guy, friend of mine. I told Donnie yesterday, I said, you know, you got a choice. Either y'all can catch him or I will. And y'all don't want me to catch him. He said, why? I said, well, I'm not going to shoot anybody. But if I catch them doing it, you're going to be able to identify their vehicle real good, because an AR-15 carries a 30-round magazine and there's one in the chamber. And all you have to do is look for a vehicle with 30 holes in it. You can't do that, Bob. Yes, I can. I can do that, and then I can hire a lawyer, and I can guarantee you no. Folks on the jury are going to, somebody on that jury will have had it done to them. They're going to find me guilty? I don't think so. We have jury nullification in our Constitution here in Georgia, by the way. So I don't think I'd be found guilty of anything. But y'all just better catch them before I do. And the sheriff's department's getting serious about it. And I'm going to be talking to the post office here for too long and Number one, see about getting permission to put our mailboxes up and down this private road and let them come deliver the mail to our driveway. Because I don't think anybody had the guts to come up here, because they get up this road and do something wrong, there's only one way in and one way out. And they get up in here and somebody sees them, they can't just run real easy. They'll be trapped in here. So first, that's one thing I'm going to talk to the post office about. The other thing that whoever's doing this doesn't realize, do you know if you've got a mailbox in front of your house, you don't own that mailbox? When you went to Home Depot and bought the post to put it on, you owned the post. And you bought the mailbox, you owned the mailbox. Driving home, you owned the mailbox. Stick it in the ground, have it a place where the post office can deliver mail to, you don't own it anymore. That mailbox becomes the property of the United States government. Now, they won't maintain it. When some jackass knocks it down, they won't put it back up. But when it's sitting there ready to receive mail, it is the property of the United States government. And whoever's doing this is destroying government property. That's a federal felony. Now, getting a U.S. attorney to prosecute it would be something else. But they can damn sure be charged and have to hire a lawyer to get out of it. And the state charges are going to be fairly substantial too, because of the amount of damage that was done. And they will get caught. I know a couple things that I'm not putting in this video, I'll put in another video. They're going to get caught. I can promise you they're going to get caught. I keep coming back to, why do people do stupid stuff like that? What in God's name do you get out of it? Some vandalism I can understand. Tagging buildings. You know what tagging buildings is in urban areas? You know, the spray paint graffiti. It's called tagging buildings. When it's ugly spray paint graffiti, when some guy takes a can of spray paint and writes, "Screw you." I don't understand that one. But I've seen some buildings that were tagged that was some absolute works of art. That I understand. That kind of vandalism I understand. But what do you get out of knocking over a mailbox? You can't tell all your friends about it, because one of them will tell on you. And, you know, somebody in your group is going to be, maybe they got their own knocked over one day, and their parents got theirs knocked over, and they'll tell on you. So you got to keep it to yourself. What do you get out of it? You can't brag about it to your friends. You've got physically nothing to take away out of it. You can just knock it over and say, oh, okay, knocked over a mailbox. Whoopee. You aren't going to get anything out of it, and it's going to cost you when you get caught. So that's my rant for the day. I know, this has not been one of my stellar videos. When I'm pissed off and ranting, sometimes I don't make as much, excuse me, coffee. Sometimes when I'm pissed off and ranting, I ramble so much, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But that's mine for today. Oh, thank God for coffee. That's mine for the day. So, y'all gonna have a great day. I'll cheer up. I mean, I'm smiling now. But... And if anybody has any ideas why people do that, other than the fact they're just mentally unstable, tell me about it down there in the comments. I really want to understand it, because I don't. It just makes no sense to me. So tell me about it down there in the comments. Why would somebody do this multiple times? This is 3 times in 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm pretty sure it's the same person. Why would people do that? If they were targeting just me, I'd understand it. I'm real mouthy locally in politics. Oh, everybody in this county knows about Bob. I've been told by the local magistrate judge, is a friend of mine, he said, Bob, It was back when I first got diagnosed with cancer. He said, Bob, you know something? When you die, the whole county's going to come to your funeral. No, they're not. I used to be the town drunk around here. He said, oh yeah, the whole county will be at your funeral. Half of them are going to be there because they like you and they're there to say goodbye. And the other half, they're going to be there just to make damn sure you're dead. So, anyway, whatever that's worth, and I don't even know how I got there. But y'all have an awesome day. I'm going to. Despite the mailbox being down, I'm going to have an absolutely fantastic day. Y'all go have one too. And I can see a whole lot of bright on the side of my face now. The sun's getting out from behind the trees. It means it's fixing to warm up, so I'm fixing to get out of here. So y'all, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. This has been kind of a cruddy rant, so you might want to give me a thumbs down. But give me one or the other. And first time you've been to my channel, hit that subscribe button down there. Videos are usually better than this one. And when you hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell so that you get notifications when I put a video up. It's not every day, but it's fairly regular. And always remember two things. Two things. One, the tomb was empty. Two, he is alive. Y'all go have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.